Freeman back again. Um, in my last video, I talked about uh, the comparison between the teabaggers and a group of black people that showed similar behavior and philosophies about things. If you, I didn't actually put the clip in the video, but I had a clip of Lupe Fiasco at the end. And if anybody remembered, Lupe Fiasco during the inauguration party for Barack Obama, Lupe Fiasco was invited, perform, celebrate. But what he did is he crashed the party, actually. He pretended to be there to support Obama, but then when he performed, he was saying, Glenn Beck is a racist, Rush Limbaugh is a racist. They bombed the Gaza Strip. Obama didn't say shit. That's why I ain't vote for him and all of this, right? He was kicked off the stage. He was kicked out of it because what happened is here was a black person who didn't support Barack Obama. And more so, he was a celebrity, he was a musician that was black that didn't support Barack Obama, which holds a little bit more weight in society as far as an influence. Because if the celebrity that's black doesn't support Barack Obama, people look at celebrities as being intelligent more so than anyone else. I don't know how that works. I guess it's more of like the element of perhaps if someone is usually funny and then they're serious and you're like, well, I respect them more now. So the celebrity that doesn't support Barack Obama, he has been silenced because he would actually make people uh, awaken to certain things that he talks about and may change their minds about supporting Obama. So he was kicked off the stage because you're black, and Oberman made this statement when in an interview with Jeanine Garofalo. He said, "Our friend played him like a $2." That's an old video, of course, from back when Barack first became president. And he said, "Our friend played them like a $2 fiddle. He led them down the garden path of truth and facts, nothing but facts." And then they said, "Wait a minute, that doesn't sound like." And that's the same with black people. If you present the facts about another black person, you say, "Wait a minute, you're you're not black. You're a traitor. Why are you going against black people?" And it's sad that we don't see facts as a determining factor of how we treat people, our philosophy of life, how we vote. We don't care about facts. We just it doesn't matter. You know, it's about an image. It seems that the image is more important. Uh, the cop that was shot, two cops that were shot, that were murdered. The white guy, the Bosnian dude that stayed in St. Louis, um, that was beat to death by several black teenagers. Do white people have the right to come out and protest and say that these young black men need to stop committing crimes after seeing a white person get, well, they didn't see it, but after the story was this white man was beat to death by these young black teenagers with hammers when he was just minding his own business, after Minister Farrakhan tells black people that if you really, essentially, this is what he said. I can't remember verbatim what he said in his speech, but he's basically saying if you want real freedom, you're going to have to kill white people to get the same justice that they would get in the judicial system. This is what he's saying. This is the only way to get justice. Take justice into your own hands. When we start killing white people, then they'll take us seriously. So what does the young black teenagers in St. Louis do? They harass a white guy with his wife and another white man in the vehicle, bamming on his vehicle. The white guy gets out of the vehicle And he asked them, what are you doing? Why are you bothering us? Bam. They start beating them to death with hammers, saying, kill the white people. Who's teaching that? Minister Farrakhan, right? And even the Black Panthers teach that. And even the Black conscious community teaches that. So what makes you any different from the white racists who shoot down black teenagers in the streets? You're doing the same thing. So you can't cry foul if you're doing the same thing they're doing, right?
From TV for all the racist stuff you said over the years?
What racist stuff?
White folks was in the cave when we had grandfathers. We taught philosophy and astrology and mathematics before Socrates and them Greek homos ever got around. Yes. You want to be the only nigga on television, the only nigga in the newspaper, the only nigga can talk.
Oh, you know, when you refer to Jews as white interlopers.
Never referred to Jews as white interlopers.
When you drop the N-word on David Dinkins.
No. If you're going to say something, you ought to be correct. We had exactly what Don Sterling said. When did I call Jews not white interlopers?
Freddie's Mark.
Store
Yep, that's right. You called him a white interloper. But no, doesn't it take? But doesn't it take like some serious balls on your end to accuse somebody of racism?
Serious on your end to misquote. You went from one guy who paid people off the book.
Whoa, time out. Is Al Sharpton defending his racial slur by saying it was meant for one Jewish guy only? Okay. Hey, Al, how about when you disparaged Jews as diamond merchants and told them to pin their yarmulkes back? How many Jewish folks did you have in mind? A head count would be nice.
You called a Jew a white interloper, and you dropped the N-word.
Cracker is a certain personification of a certain type of person down south, just like redneck. I mean, you know, some people misinterpret cracker meaning all whites is not true, but the confusion means you shouldn't use it. I mean, sometimes being flippant, you say things you shouldn't say because it gets in the way of your message and people don't really understand what you're saying.
So, what we've come to conclude with civil rights leaders, this is something I already knew, but I'm expressing it the best way you can understand what really happens when there's a racial controversy. People like Al Sharpton, people like Minister Farrakhan, nationally recognized, they present, that young man did not deserve to die. This young black man, he wasn't bothering anyone. Sure, he's not an angel, but that doesn't give a white cop the right to abuse their authority by murdering that young man. Black people, all we want is justice. That's all we want. Justice, freedom, and respect, just like every other citizen in this country. And we got to do something about this racism that is hiding behind a badge in the police department. Well, see, here's the problem. See, you say that on the news. You say that with national coverage. But behind closed doors, in your churches, in your racist congregational meetings, you're spewing hate to black people about white people, just as you saw there. So what makes you different than that white racist? You're racist also. But then have the nerve to get on television, national television, the news after some tragedy. This is why Bill O'Reilly, Sean Hannity, all these people at Fox News call you race baiters, race hustlers, using race to profit off of. Because behind closed doors, you're spewing hate about other races. But then, when there's a tragedy, or a so-called tragedy, you're the first person to come out and defend a family, defend the person that passed away due to racism. And say, we're innocent black people trying to live. And the white man has a deep-seated hate for us. He's out here murdering our children in the streets. But yet, behind closed doors, you're spewing hate about white people and other races also. So, what makes you different than the supposed white racist? Things like this can destroy a country because they have an agenda to provoke a race war. But what for? What are they fighting for that for? Control of economics in the country? Could that be it? supremacy. Each race wants to have supremacy in the country, to have the most power, to have the most control the media, music, politics, entertainment, society. This is what the race war is being provoked for? Sounds logical to me. I'll be back.